what? The hidden edge that keeps profitable traders calm even when the market goes well. Yes, that's what we'll be looking at. I think I won't take too much of your time. Let's start. Already 7 past 7. So the first thing we'll be looking at is what? One of the major things we'll be looking at is what? 5 lessons on trading with longevity. Yes. Most people come into trading, and when they get into it, it's like for them, they come in, and before you know it, they're out. So they don't really get to understand the nitty gritty of how this trading works. So tonight we'll be showing the tricks of the 5 major lessons any confident trader, any profitable trader is going to be taking to stay long in the market. And remember this: when you get to stay long in the market, that means what? You are being profitable at the same time, and that gives you what? How to get what? Your confidence is strong. Like I say, when it's a trader, when you get to know a good trader, you have a good, your confidence is big. Yes, that's what we'll be looking at. So, as I said, let me welcome you once again to this today's session. Yes, welcome everyone. It's very happy me joining. It's very we are very very happy for you to take time once again to join us for this session. This session is going to be very very brief, but at the same time very very impactful. There's a lot of things that you will learn and you take from this. And also in this session, as we go around it and as we move forward, um, as I said, when we move forward in this session, there are some basic skills that we'll be teaching you, lessons that separate long-term winners from short-term gamblers. Yes, let me tell you this much: trading is not gambling. You must understand that, Mr. Oladimeji. Thank you for coming in from Ibadan. For us that trade and the way we trade to make money in this business is a business for us. It's not gambling. Yes. So you must see trading, first of all, as a business that you can do and last very long in the market. Yes. That is what trading is. And that's what we'll be looking at tonight, to be able to do very, very well in the market. Yes. And as I'm bringing this to you, I would like to ask one or two of you that's here, you can chat it in the comment section. What is your aim and objective for you to join this chat, for you to join this webinar tonight? What are you looking to get from this session that we are doing? Ola from Kaduna, we appreciate you from joining in. So please, I would like one or two people to really talk to us right now. You can put it in the comment section, the chat section, or answer it, or let's just know what you are looking out for, so that as we go into this session, into this class, we'll be able to pick those places, highlight them out, and so that you can get the best out of this. So the floor is for you now. Please, one or two. Why are we here? What do you want to get out of this session, please? Can one or two people help me out in this regard? I would like to wait to see questions in this place, please. One or two people kindly help me out in this regard. Just put in the chat section. I'll pick it from there, please. Please do not be shy. Risk management, Mr. Offiong. Yes, I like that. Risk management. Yes, any good trader should be able to know how to deal with risk management. Beautiful. That's a very good one. I've guaranteed you today we'll talk about it. Sorry about that. Build confidence in trading. Build confidence in trading. For some of us, for some traders, this confidence is always an issue, especially if you've traded before, and for one reason or the other, you don't get it right. So yes, I appreciate these two things. These are very key things that helps us to make profit in the market, and these are one of the things that we will look out for as we do this. So as I said, risk management and how do I get to acquire more skills to enable me to trade profitably. Beautiful. You will get all that tonight. I guarantee you that much. You will get all that tonight. So we'll show you some secret tools that help rally traders to be consistent in the market. Seeing clear understanding of the market. Oh, I like this class. Everybody is really involved. This is what we need. This is what we want to get to. Yes. How do you get to what? Understand and be consistent in this market? And like I said, I'm not the one handling this. Let me just quickly give you a brief rundown of the profile of our head of education in rally trade. Is a man who knows it very well. He has been deep in this market. His name is once again Olusegun Enujowo. I'll be inviting him in the next 2-3 minutes to do this for us. But let me just give you a brief rundown of who he is, so you can appreciate the depth of what he's going to give to us tonight. Elujowo has been with Rally Trade for more than 10 years. Yes, before he has been in Rally Trade. Yes, Rally Trade is 10 years, and he has been the head of education from 2019. That's a bit of time, That's a wealth of knowledge that is given to us. For Elujowo, he has a background in engineering. and banking and financial education. You can see he's an engineer, actually. I know him very well. He's an agricultural engineer, I think. But he went to the University of Ibadan and he was able to graduate in the year 2003. So you can see this is someone that is vast, is knowledgeable in this market. He has over 15 years experience across finance and markets. When it comes to the trading market, he has been consistently dealing with this market for the last 15 years. Yes. So, and for him, he has been able to have webinars. He has been able to train people when it comes to webinars, when it comes to live session. He has handled more than 5,000 different um, he has spoken to like 5,000 different people, more than 1,000 webinars that he has done through the past 10 years that has been with Rally Trade. And of course, for him personally, because he has a passion for trading, he has been able to show create proven trading methodologies used by retail traders as of today. Yes, he has not just one, not two, but like more than 5, 10 that he has been consistent to be able to to do and to be able to help people to make money in this business. Lastly, no, this is not the last, but he's very, very passionate when it comes to enabling or empowering traders. Yes, he's passionate when it comes to teaching. He's passionate when he sees his traders making profit in this business. So what I'm just telling you today is that when you listen to this man, this young man called Enujo, I can tell you by the end when we finish this session, it will be a very, very beautiful one. You will enjoy it very well. Yes. So let me just quickly give you a brief rundown of who we are in Rally Trade. Rally Trade, we are an online brokerage firm. We've been providing world-class trading services to emerging markets since the last 10 years, and especially we focus mainly on Nigerian clients. Yes, we focus mainly on Nigerian markets. That is what we do. We focus mainly on Nigerian markets, and when we do this, we also combine cutting-edge technologies with our trading platform with low transactional fees to access a wide range of financial instruments. These financial instruments that we're talking about talks about forex. What we get to do is that in Rally Trade, we're a trading platform. Yes, we're a brokerage service firm. We've been doing this since for 10 years. This year marks our 10 years in this business. And for us, we just don't do only deal in currencies alone. We try to do what we call commodities, precious metals. That is when you look at gold and all those things. We try to trade in all those ones. And of course, indices. All these things, when we do them, is to try and deliver a normal trading experience to anybody that comes to us in Rally Trade to get value for their money when they come to trading. Yes. We get to get us value for their money when it comes to. Yes. So for us in Rally Trade, we've been doing this for a while. And also, we offer a secure and seamless customer experience that empowers financial freedom. Yes, every one of us that is here is going to appreciate what we give to you. And we are not just in Lagos. For anybody that is listening to us, we have our head office in Lagos. Yes, we have 2 offices in Lagos. And apart from Lagos, we are established with full complement staff in Ibadan, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Yes, our head office is in Lagos. These are addresses. You can just screen grab or snap this. Our Lagos office is number 5, Fanny's House, number 21, Adeniji Jones. We have our office in Ibadan also, second floor box of Elizabeth Road, Asule bus stop. And we have another office in Abuja. We have almost all the 4 major parts of the country. You'll see us there. Yes, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, and of course, we have 2 offices in Lagos. So for easy access for any one of us clients, so you can come to any one of these places. And I can tell you this much also, our clients do love us. If you look at my slide, the next 3 slides I'm going to show to you, it's just clients appreciating what we've been able to do for them since we started this business with them. Yes. I won't talk too much. I won't take too much of your time because for this, but these are some of the stars we've gotten from different clients. This is Kobe. He has been able to enjoy and appreciate what Rally Trade has been able to give to him since he started. Remember, he said knowledge. When he started his business, he had zero knowledge of the business. But I tell you today, he is a success story. From Kobe, we moved to who we have. We also have a Berry. A Berry too started very as a novice, and she wasn't even comfortable or confidence in herself. But I tell you today, Ebere is another success stories of ours. You can tell these are people that also, because of what they've been able to gain from Rally Trade, they also have brought in people to be able to what enjoy this business of trading also. From Mebere, you also have who we have over 2 years. Timileyin, I got to know Timileyin like 3-4 years ago. And I tell you, my journey with Timileyin has been very, very interesting. This is somebody I took a personal interest in. And I tell you, I wish this is a session that I could let him talk himself to let you know what he was able to get from Rally Trade. But I mean, this is not why we're here. People have said they wanted to know about risk management. That's what we'll give to you tonight and how to build your confidence. And lastly, you look at Ayodele. Ayodele too has been able to enjoy and benefit from us in Rally Trade through our different programs. He was even able to start a business of trading by doing what introducing broker. I won't talk about that one too much, but this is a business whereby you bring in people and you get to earn money from them. So in earnest, I think I've taken a bit of your time. Let me welcome the Dynamo, the man himself. We call him king of the market. Yes, the man himself, Olusegun Enujowo. You are going to enjoy this class. I guarantee you that much. Olusegun Enujowo is someone that you want to know personally after this session. I'm very sure some of you that are in Kaduna, after today's session, you are going to travel all the way to Kaduna, from Kaduna to Lagos to say, Oga, I want to have a one-on-one session with you. So without taking too much of your time, thank you for listening to me. My name once again is Prince. I'll leave the floor for Olusegun Enujowo to take over right now and to, impact the depth of knowledge he has in this market to you. Thank you very much. Olusegun Enujowo, thank you. Take over. Yes.
I appreciate you, Wale. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful one, all the way from Prince Oyewole. Now, Prince Oyewole is, I don't need to say much. You already listened to him. So he has quite a depth of knowledge in this market as well. But of course, I'm the anchor and of course your host for tonight. So I'm going to take it from here. Thank you once again, Wale, for that wonderful introduction. Now, traders, or one of the traders, I welcome you all. For those people that are already seated, or interestingly, have been waiting for me, waiting to hear my voice. This is my voice, live and direct, all the way from Lagos. And of course, that's the Academy in Lagos. So thank you very much, Wale. Now, he has said it all, he has introduced me, so I'm just going to go straight to what I do. Of course, maybe a little bit of touch to add to that particular part. Now, my profile has been read, but of course, you need to know that I don't just teach, I practice. So I practice what I preach. I always say that anywhere you see me, you will know that this person is actually a trader, because apart from the fact that I teach people, I also have account that I also show to people. Because you see, whoever you want to teach, okay, most people, if they want to learn from you, they want to see what you are doing. You say you want to teach me how to sew clothes. Sew clothes, let me see. You say you want to teach me how to fish, right? Okay, carry your net or hook. Let's see how far you can go. All right, so that's the way I see it in the trading business. So you want to learn how to trade. You learn from people that are trading, not people that are just talking around social media, showing fake accounts. People can doctor account, right? So, but of course, if you work with me, you see in my trading journey, live account and proof of funds, right? Like what I mean by that is you see live trading account, you see withdrawals, you see deposits. And of course, you also see it in me that this person knows what he's saying. Now, I don't just trade one account, I trade multiple accounts. Okay, on different platforms with millions of naira, not just of my money, but of family money, family account, right? So that means I when I say I'm vested, that means I'm deeply immersed in this business up to family level, because it's what I choose to do, right? That's apart from the fact that I'm an engineer. I didn't practice engineering for long. Maybe you can also say maybe I know how to read charts for my because of my background in engineering. Maybe, of course, whatever you want to learn in life, you have to put all your or your hands and leg inside. So as you can see in this picture, you can see me there, that I actually know what I'm doing. I've trained people across Nigeria, not just in seminar, but also in trading classes. And when I'm teaching in trading classes, interestingly, you still get to see that I work with people, I sit with them, I move around, and of course I ensure that people get first-hand training as to how to do this business, because that's what I believe, right? So you need to know how to do it before you can do it well. And of course, you can see testimony already from people that are my mentee. When I say mentee, people that I hold by the hand, not just in Nigeria, but also around the world. Of course, you can see this person is actually all the way from Canada, right? Even though he's a Nigerian, residing in Canada. You can see some of the things of testimonies he said to me. And of course, these are the people that I hold by the hand. So even if you are far from me, right? Let's say you are in Abuja, or you are in Kebbi, or you are in Port Harcourt, or you are in Ibadan, or you are even in Lagos, right? So you can still be a mentee. That means you can still work with me. Okay. So because of course there's internet, and of course we can do this over the internet. So like as I'm discussing with you now, holding this session, and this like a training. So I can, even if you are in Canada, I can, yeah, and it's your time, I can train you on what to do and what not to do. I can share my experience with you, and of course we can discuss one-on-one. So one-on-one session is actually very interesting. It makes you, of course, when you are experiencing, when you are holding people by the hand, okay, it makes you, it gets you guided, and of course that's you attendee or you participants, you are now guided. Of course, your trade is actually taking, let me say, how do I say it now? Your trade is taking based on information, informed decision, and based on what I've learned in class, all right, or learned with me. So you can some of the testimonies on different days, all right, different times. You can see that equity, more than balance, that makes you a profitable trader, right? Of course, you can also see this one. This one is even as recent as maybe last week. Of course, or gold, and of course you can, and of course, as you can see, people don't just make money. People also withdraw, because I encourage that. There's no way you place a trade, and of course you make money, you not say you're not withdrawing. What are you not trading for? Right. So I encourage that. So you can place withdrawal at any time. And of course, that works with Rally too. Okay. So if you're trading with us, you can always, withdraw your money at any point in time. As long as you make the money, you can, take it off your account, and of course enjoy yourself. And of course, you can even see, apart from the person in Canada, this one is also a Nigerian. And of course, you can see the testimony is also, he also sent, okay, different times. So I have a lot of testimony. This one is even sent on Monday, I think about last or 2 weeks ago. And of course, he actually attended one of my classes. And of course, you can see that he used the exact same strategy on gold. Now, the strategy I'm going to teach you tonight, of course, what we're going to be discussing can apply to any instrument, whether you want to trade currency, you want to trade commodity, you want to trade indices, it applies to anything. So this person used to apply or choose to apply the strategy on gold, and of course, you can see the results, target it. So every trade you take has a risk-reward ratio. Of course, I'm going to be teaching. So and of course, even the tools I use, the AI I use in the form of indicator, have all those things in place. So you can actually, get to master your trading, within a day, 2 days, 1 week, you're already up to speed. And of course, you can start. Now, let's start. You see, most traders start strong, but of course, they burn out fast. Now, this is very common in trading. You see a lot of people, they will come with all the anxiety. Oh, I want to make money in the market. In fact, some of you listening to me already, you might say, oh, I think this is going to be interesting. I want to come big, which is fine, all right? But most people burn out fast because of what? Because they lack structure. They lack structure. They lack mentorship, and of course, they lack discipline. So now, this discipline that they lack shorten their trading lifespan. If you lack structure, you will lose. If you lack mentorship, you may have, I think mentorship is actually part of it. But I think the one that is most important is the discipline part. All right. So now that I'm presenting myself as a living, testimony, and of course, presenting myself as a mentor to you, I think you should be able to at least listen to me. And, in the next maybe few minutes, we get to see what I have to tell you concerning all these things. Now, today's goal is simple: to help you trade for longevity. Now, when I say longevity, it means that you want to be in this market for as long as possible. I normally say something, and that this is to my traders, okay, or this is to my mentees, or this is to my students in class. The longer you can afford to stay in this market, the more money you will make. Let me repeat. Maybe you want to write that one down. The longer you can afford to stay in this market, the more money you will make. So, for example, now let's say you have like $1,000. Of course, you place a trade, and before you know it, within 1 hour, you have a drawdown of $900. It means that you will not last in this market. It means you don't know what you are doing. It means that because once you close that trade at minus $900, you only have $100 left. That means you have lost. That means you are gone. So it means that there must be a way such that your $1,000 should last as many as 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and you are still using the same $1,000. Are you getting it now? $2,000, $10,000, whichever account equity you are coming in with should remain with you. That's what I mean by lasting long in the market. So the longer you can stay with that money, the more money you will likely make in this market. I tell you that. Now, let's go to 5 lessons on trading with longevity. Now, using the GMSMT pillars framework. Now, some of you will be wondering, which one is GMSMT pillars framework? Let's look at it. Now, it is short for 5 pillars every trader need, which is a must-have now to form a support in order to become a successful trader in this market. Okay, let me take that one once again. Now, it's a short form for 5 pillars, like 5 pillars, right? Every trader need, which is a must-have for them. It's a compulsory course, right, that you can carry over to form a support in order to become a successful trader in the market. What I mean by that is this. We're going to be unpacking it slide by slide as we move on. Now, let's look at it one by one. The first one that you need to know is that you need to have a goal. That's the first pillar. So you can write that one down. Please write it. That's the first pillar out of 5 that you need to take into account. Now, longevity starts with clarity. You can't sustain what you can't define. That's the truth. For example, now, somebody, I think at a point in time I was training in class and somebody threw a question. Now, that person has not been a regular client. He just came from nowhere. And of course, he threw a question. Now, ordinarily, if I didn't know what I was doing, if I had not been long in this market and knowledgeable enough, I would have failed that particular question that day. Because the question they asked, every other person in that class was looking at, wow, which question is, because it was straight to them. They didn't really understand what that meant, but of course, I was able to answer him and say, you know what, it is what it is, what it is. So it starts with clarity. If you're not sure of what you want to do, why start at all? Right? So you need to set a goal, right? You need to know why you are trading. That's very, very important. Some people want to trade, they just want to make the money and run away. That's not the kind of trader I'm looking for. Okay, some people want freedom, some people want income, some people want growth. I think you should be preparing now, all of you listening to me, for growth. Okay, because once you prepare for growth, income will come, and of course, freedom will follow it. So once you prepare yourself to grow in this business, income will obviously and definitely follow, because it's like you open a tap, right? And of course, once you open the tap, you never can tell. As long as there's water in the source of that tank, it will continue to flow until you close that tap. So the first thing you want to look for is growth. Are you ready for growth? If the answer is yes, then follow me. Let's go to number 2. Now you also need to set a measurable target. Monthly, daily, drawdown caps. What's your target? You need to set some of these things. So you need to start writing some of these things down. Very, very important. So if you are far from your pen, you want to go grab it. And of course, if you can place a record or press a record on your phone or laptop, you can just do that. And of course, it will enable you repeat, rinse and repeat, and of course, listen again and again so that this can sink in. Now, also, you need to separate short-term wins from long-term growth. Very important. Of course, don't chase every move. Now, I always say this to traders. Do not chase price. Let price do what? Come to you. So you can't begin to chase every move in the market. Oh, I've placed this trade, and of course, it hit my stop loss. The price is going down. Maybe you place a buy, and the price begins to go down, and then you hit your stop loss. And I say, oh, now the price is going down, and then you jump in again. All right, it means that your trade are not aligned. So you need to align your trade with your bigger goal. What's your goal? Right? So it's very important to do that now. Every pro trader has a clear trading plan. Do you have one? That's another question. So as you are listening to me now, probably you're a trader or you've been trading before, okay, maybe with another broker or whatever. Do you have a plan? Do you have a blueprint as to what you want to do? If the answer is no, then it means that you don't have a goal. So you need to have a clear trading plan. Very, very important. Now, without goal, trading becomes gambling. That's the truth. And gamblers never last long in this market. I've seen it, really. I've seen it. Okay, I've seen people come around and of course, when they hit it, they make like 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 5 million. And of course, you know what? I'm going to go in with all the 5 million. That's not the way to do it. Okay, they're just gambling, right? They're not different from all those Babajibus out there. And of course, it burns everybody out there. Now, when you take trading as a business, you're no longer taking it as a gambling business. All right, you can't take it as a gambling business. You have to take it as a real business that should last long in this market. That's the only way you can last long. Now, number 2 is that you must have a good mindset. Now, this is, I could almost say that this is like almost top notch. I thought if I begin to divide these 5 pillars into several parts, I can say this one can take maybe about 50, 60% of this whole thing. So apart from goal, you need to have a mindset that says you want to win. Because if you have a poor mindset, okay, if you are thinking like a poor man, you continue to lose. You have to think like a winner. You can't think like a loser. All right. So your psychology determines your longevity more than your strategy. You can already see that your psychology is very important. So what do you have in mind? What is your plan? All right. Trading is 80% mindset and 20% skill. So if your mindset is that, if I take that trade, I will lose, most likely you lose that trade. If your mindset is saying, wow, because I have a strategy and of course I have a plan, if I take this trade, whether I lose or win, it is not important. My strategy works for me, right? So that's a mindset. Of course, it works. That's what works for me. That's what I do. I have a strategy that is already mapped out. So if I take this trade, whether I win or lose, I'm good. But I have to take this trade because it aligns with my strategy. That's what makes you unstoppable in this market. And before you know it, you're already growing your account. And before you know it, you're having multiple accounts. Now, some people might be saying, why do you need a multiple account? Of course, you need multiple accounts. That's for person like me, because you have a lot of portfolios you are managing. That's what makes you, a multiple account holder. Except, of course, maybe you are a BP, you want to come in personally. When you have a lot of portfolio, you are managing people, you are managing money for different kind of people. It makes you kind of like trustworthy because you have different accounts bullet that you can, print and show. This is what I do. Now, you also need to learn how to manage fear, greed, and impatience. Now, fear is one of those killers of dreams in this market. I've seen people at a point in time. I was teaching in class, and of course, we placed a trade. I think I can't remember it. I can't forget it was a sell on USD card, and of course, immediately we place that trade, the price begins to dance and move forward. We have a stop loss set. We have a take profit down. And guess what? There's this particular woman married, really, and of course, deposited about $100 at that time. And of course, the person already saw about maybe 2,000 Nigerian naira drawdown, and she was like, in the class, was like, my husband will kill me. That's fear, 100%. Because I think the husband gave her the money, and she was already, afraid of ordinary 2,000 naira drawdown, less than $10. You can imagine that. Now, guess what? Less than even 2.5 in these days, it will be like less than even $10. Yeah, $10. I think, yeah, is it $10, even $1? So that's if it is for today, or maybe $1 plus. Now, guess what? She left, and of course, the next day when she came, all of us that are in that class, we left our trade, of course, on, and of course, the next day the price reverses, begins to move down, and of course, hit our take profit. Some people clear it out at 1,000 profit, 2,000 profit, and she was regretting that I should have left it. So the fear was that if her husband sees minus 2,000 out of 100,000, the husband was going to beat her, which is not true. The husband may not actually beat you, because what your husband needs to ask you, or what your person needs to ask you is, do you have a risk defined? Yeah. What's the risk? Minus 5,000. Why now do you not have to close it at 2,000 naira? So that doesn't make you kind of like, so you can already see that fear can be kind of like a big part of this problem. All right. So you don't want to fear anything. Once you place your trade and you have your risk defined, you fear nothing. And of course, the market will eventually move, which is out of your control now, and eventually hit your target, whether stop loss or take profit. Now, greed can also be a factor. You need to learn how to manage greed, and of course, we're going to be discussing that as we move forward. Of course, impatience is also part of it, because some people, once they place trade, they want to what they are thinking. Because I see that even up to today, somebody was asking me, why is my trade taking too long? It's supposed to have hit take profit. My guy, are you the one dragging the market? If the answer is no, you don't have control over it. Your trade is already in profit. Why the hurry? But it has not hit target. Why are you saying that it should have hit target? Because you have placed it since yesterday. Why do you want to rush so much that you placed the trade yesterday, Monday, and you want the trade to hit a profit today? Well, I'm not the one dragging the price. You have already placed your trade. You have shown me on screenshot that, I've placed the trade based on the strategy, the indicator that I gave you. And of course, you take profit is set, stop loss is set. The trade is still moving. It has not hit a profit, but you wanted to hit a profit today. That's impatience. You wanted to hit a profit now. That's impatience. It can kill you, because before you know it, you now close the trade before maturity. And of course, before you know it, the price begins to move to that side. You're now regretting, I should have waited. That's impatience for you. So it can actually kill dream in this market. Now, you also need to accept losses as part of the process. Now, this is now we can't overemphasize this particular one, because people some people still believe that once they place trade should never go into loss. Some people believe that once they have an indicator that maybe advertised or they bought from somewhere, the indicator should never make mistake. This is not true. Now, that's a recipe for failure. If you are believing that your strategy should be 100% correct, you will not go anywhere. So losses are part of trading. There's no way you place a trade, it will not hit stop loss, it will not hit a profit. So you now need to define and refine your process, and that's through backtesting we're going to be discussing later, such that you know that, yeah, stop loss can be hit. I mean, loss are part of it, but you should have majority of your trades winning. That's what will give you a good strategy. If you have 10 trades that you placed and you win 8 and you lose 2, you are still 100% good, right? Because you are still profitable. So if your strategy can give you 80% win rate, then you are in this business. It's only when your strategy is now giving you 80% loss, 20% win, that you know that your strategy is bad, because there's no way stop loss will not be hit in this market. You need to know, I mean, all you need to know is that get a strategy that can give you 80%, 70% win rate, and of course you are good to go. Now you also need to focus on process over profit. Consistency build confidence. That's what has helped me in this business. All right. Consistency builds confidence. All right. So once you are consistent in this market, such that even if you lose now, right, you can still win in the next trade or on the next trade. Even if you're at a point in time, there's this lady that I met online on, I think on YouTube, and of course we eventually got chatting, and she's actually from Singapore. Very, very intelligent woman, lady. Okay, I don't want to mention her name now, all right? But eventually we got talking, and of course she was happy to actually meet me, a Nigerian, as part of her mentee. And of course, she taught me this strategy I can't forget. Of course, then you can use strategy to trade even when there's news, or even maybe before or after news. Use strategy to trade. Guess what? I think I bought the strategy from her for $50. That I think it should be 2018 or thereabout. The first trade I used to take on demo, because I said, well, you know what? Let me try this on demo first. So I put it on demo account, and guess what? The first trade hit, take profit. I was happy. So I said, you know what? Don't let me put it on real account first. Don't let me try this strategy on real account first. Let me try to get it on demo. Again, the next trade, he take profit. I was very happy, right? And of course, the next trade also he take profit. I was like, 3 trades in a row. Why am I now trading the demo? Why don't I trade on real account? I jump into my real account. The very first trade I placed on real account hit stop loss. I was like, hey. No, it's like, I need to really find this. I went back to demo. I placed a trade, he take profit. I was like, no, it's like maybe there's juju somewhere. I went to real account again. The next one on real account hit stop loss. So I have lost two trades on real account, and I've won 4 trades on demo. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back to that real account. Whatever it is, I must stay with it. And of course, whether it is juju, I want to confirm. So the very next trade I take on real account again hit stop loss. So that's 3 trades in a row on real account that hit stop loss. So I had to get back to that. Is it that this strategy you gave me, it has won 4 trades on demo, it has won 3, it has lost 3 trades on real? Is it that it's only designed to profit on demo? She was like, no, I gave you a strategy. I didn't say it will win 100%. I told you that it's going to win. So you have to stick to it. And of course, stay by it. So constant can build that. And guess what? After that, I said, I'm not going to go to back to that demo account. And I can tell you for the fact that I started using it on real account. The next 18 trades were 100% win. 19 trade loss on real account. So it gave me 18% consecutive win, 18 trades. 19th trade loss. So when I got back to her, she was like, I didn't tell you not lose. I just told you that this strategy is 80% win rate, and that's what you get. So consistency can actually build confidence. So since that singular time, I have built consistency, and of course, I have built confidence in this market, and that's why I cannot back down anytime or any moment soon. So you also don't have to compare your result to others, all right? Comparison kills what? Discipline. So don't say, that person is winning, I'm losing. Why are you comparing your results? If your strategy is not good, you change it, but you don't have to change your strategy. If your strategy has shown you a hit through backtest that this is good, you don't need to change it. You just need to refine it until you have a very consistent, trading plan. So the market rewards emotional maturity, not emotional reaction. So your emotion, you need to master it so that you understand that this is what you want and this is not what you want. Now let's go to the next one, which is the third pillar, and which I must emphasize, which is because it's very important. So you need to master your entry, your exit, and of course your risk management. We call this one strategy. Okay, you must have it: an entry, an exit, and of course risk management. So you can't survive long term without a structure. The system protects you when emotion runs wild. So once you have a structure and the market is going very wild, how do you do it? Market is raging mad. Maybe you already placed a trade. You didn't know that news is coming. Of course, you can't know all. You place a trade now, and Trump sent a message from nowhere and sent a bomb from nowhere to nowhere. I don't want to mention places. And because maybe let's even say Russia and US, quarreling, you can never tell because you are wherever you are, whether in Nigeria or elsewhere in the world, you can't tell what Trump is thinking. You can't tell what Putin is thinking. You can't tell what Xi is thinking in China. Any of these guys can throw whatever thing, and of course, the market can go wild because of this. Right? So if it is so, because of course you already have kind of like a forest factory calendar, but there are some things out of your control. Now, if market runs wild, how do you survive when the market is running wild? So you can only do that when you have an entry, an exit, and of course a proper risk management. This cannot be overemphasized. So always define your entry and your exit such that even if the market runs so wild, the worst it will happen is that it will hit your stop loss. Right? But of course, if the God of the market will favor you, which of course I believe in, with your strategy, if you have a proper strategy, most often than not, when the market runs that wild, it's going to hit your take profit. Most often than not. I can tell you 7 out of 10 times when the market runs wide like that, it's going to run according to your plan because most often than not, market already give hint as to what price is going to go. Even before the beginning of news in the market, there are some technical setups. There are some indicators that already give you a hint as to what price will do. But outside of this, even if the market is going to run so wide, the worst that will happen is that it's going to hit your stop loss. If it is properly defined, your account will continue to last long in this market. So you have to follow a proven trading plan or strategy, not impulses, not that. So track your win rate, risk reward ratio, and average drawdown. Use the risk management and trade size and size trades correctly and avoid blowouts. Very important. Now, of course, remember, strategy give you freedom. That's what it has. That's what I have gained in this market, freedom, because I have a strategy that works. That's what people. That's why people call me market strategists, right? Now, no restriction. So your strategy must include a plan. All right, because I always say in this market, if you plan to fail, this is not my word. This is what I've read all over the world. Everybody knows this. If you plan to fail in life, sorry, if you fail to plan in life, then you have already planned to fail without even knowing it. Right? Just like you say, I didn't plan anything though. You have already planned to fail. Somebody now is going to farm. He doesn't have a cutlass. That means he doesn't have a plan. Okay, he's just going to say, everybody say, yeah, I'm going to farm. And he doesn't have a cutlass. It means that he has already planned not to do anything in that farm without even knowing it. Because by the time you get to maybe you are going on the road, you need to cut, especially if your farm is far from your house. And of course, you need to clear bushes on the road. What we use to cut all those bushes, if you are going to farm now and a big tree just fell on the road, maybe because of rain, how do you cut the tree off the road? You need a cutlass to do that. So you need to have a plan. Right, so we're going to be looking at some of these things you need to, put in place. You may want to write them down as we move on now. So, what do you want to trade? The first thing is, what do you want to trade? Is it currency? It's part of plan because you need to maybe because of your account size, you need to have what you want to trade in your mind. Is it currency you want to go for? Is it indices you want to go for? Is it commodity you want to go for? Very important. You need to choose one or choose all. Depends on your account size. 2, your risk. Is it based on pips or based on structure? Very important. So most often than not, I don't use risk based on pips. Now, we're going to be discussing more about this when you get to meet me one-on-one. I rarely use pips as my, risk, way as my way of, measuring risk. I prefer to use market structure to do that. I'm going to be teaching you how to do this one-on-one as we move on now. What volume can your account accommodate? Very important. So the loss factor thing is also there. So by the time I give you a risk management tool, which is part of what I want to give freebie now, this can actually, the risk management tool can actually help you on this part, the loss size factor part. Now, also, what time frame works for you? What do? You need to actually evaluate your lifestyle. What do you do? Is it higher time frame you prefer? If it is that, then you want to become a swing trader, which means you may not be closing your trade in a hurry. Of course, medium time frame, that means you want to become a day trader. Now, this is where I fall in. I fall into day trader between the swing trader and day trader. That's the first 2 is where you see me. You see me both on higher time frame and medium time frame. You rarely see me on lower time frame because that's for scalpers. Scalpers are people that want to make money now and move on. That's what they do. Of course, all works because there are strategies in this market that people can use to make money. Now, when are you available to analyze market? Is it in the morning, in the afternoon, or evening? What works for you? All right, you need to actually evaluate that before you can, say you want to do. So these are part of the thing you need to put in your trading plan. Of course, journaling, very, very important. So you need to record the success and failure. I do mine. That's what guides me also. So if you win a trade today, based on this strategy, you need to write it down and put it on proper record so that tomorrow you actually know that this is the kind of thing that I've done. So if it has happened before, it can happen again. If you have seen this candle before, based on this strategy, and it has given you money, it means I can give you money tomorrow. So you need to learn how to identify some of those salient points. And that's why you are coming in to meet me, of course, one-on-one for some of these things. So longevity comes from knowing exactly what you do before the trade even starts. You already know what you want to do. Okay, before you place that trade, you already define where the price is going to go, and if it doesn't go there, there's a plan for exit. That's what counts, right? When it comes to longevity in this market. And of course, the fourth pillar that I must discuss, which is part of the reason why we are here today, is that you need to have a mentor. Very important. Now you can see in the testimony I shared that I have people that are very close to me. I tell you what, I have thousands of clients that are very close to me. My WhatsApp doesn't rest, right? People bombard me from questions left, right, and center. Oh, I want to become a mentee. Put me under your arm. Sometimes when I go out, people used to, I don't know, very soon I'm going to become a celebrity in this business too. I think I need to start, recording some of my journeys, kind of like having kind of like a mini social media page where people can be seeing some of these things I do. Because I'm going to be sharing a video with you too on some of these things. Now, every long-lasting trader learn under someone who already survived in the market storm. Now, have I lost before? When I started as a trader, yeah, I think about maybe 15 years ago, yeah, I lost at the beginning. That time, Rally Academy was not here. Of course, that time we used to go online, meet any brokers and all that. So you need to have a mentor. That time, that time that I lost, I didn't have a mentor until I met the man in the market himself, Michael Akinwale, who actually changed my story, right? To rewrite everything. Say, you know what? Dump everything you know. You need to start relearning and unlearning. And of course, since that time, my story changed. So I can say confidently that he's my mentor. Plus, the fact that I also met mentors online also. I learned from a lot of people silently. And of course, I started building a system. So a mentor shorten your learning curve dramatically. So what I should have taken like 10 years to learn, Akinwale actually told me in less than 2 minutes. And before you know it, I already get to gather experience. All right. So you need to learn from experience, not just on YouTube videos. You need somebody you can talk to. Very important. All right. I used to say that if I had somebody that I could talk to while I was in secondary school, my journey would have been very fast in life. But I didn't have some of those things. All right. That's when I was in secondary school. I mean, I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was in the village, right? I didn't have access to some of those you can say mentor. But because I learned very slowly, because of that suffering, because of that problem I had that time, I understand the importance of having a mentor. When you have a mentor, it can take you places, all right? Where you never dream you can go to, your mentor can actually take you there. You say, you know what? Just open that door. This is the way to open it. This is the key. That's the job of a mentor. So you need a mentor, right? This surround yourself with traders who trade live, not just talk. And that's where Akinwale also comes in. He doesn't just, maybe you have been hearing it, even if you don't know him, you soon get to know him. Maybe you have been listening to radio, would have, at least once in a while, you would have heard about that name. All right. Very powerful, man in this market. And of course, surround yourself, not just him, all right. Surround yourself also with people that don't just talk, but they do. Right. Surround yourself with people that talk and do. That's what I can say. Talk and do as a Nigerian slang, right? So accountability keeps you from repeating the same mistake in life. All right. You need to be accountable, right? You need to be intentional, right? In this business. This is what you want to do and be accountable and be ready to grab it by both hands, all right? Accountable for yourself, accountable for your business, accountable for people around you also, all right? Rally Academy community and myself exist to do what? To guide you step by step to start. So we have a facility like Wale already introduced in Lagos where you can learn Rally Academy. We also have it in Abuja. We also have it in Ibadan. And of course, we also have it in Port Harcourt. So wherever you meet or you are listening from, you can actually, and if you are close to any of these locations, just grab, if you visit our website also, you can see those addresses. Also, you can just visit any of our guys there. People are there, managers that you can talk to. Of course, if you are fortunate to come to Lagos, you meet me one-on-one. And of course, I also travel around. So a message to me would be that a bad idea as well. Now, if you are the only voice you listen to, your growth will always hit a ceiling. It's very important. So you need to talk to people. Don't talk to yourself alone. Don't say, I know it all. I think I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm the chairman. No. You need to still talk to people that can guide you. Now, let's go to the last one before we close tonight, which is technology. Now, let tech help you be more efficient. Now, successful traders use technology to multiply their efficiency consistently, and it makes them be in control. Trading isn't just about effort. It's all about using the right tool to make better, faster decisions. What kind of indicator do you use? What kind of laptop do you use? What kind of phone do you use? Okay, not just an indicator, but also on the device you use. Is it the kind of phone that hangs? If it is so, you need to go and change. If your screen is bad, then it's bad. You don't need to use that. Is it the kind of laptop that when you start it, it boots for the next 4 hours, that don't come up? Is it the laptop that hangs? Is it the laptop you want to close a trade? Your mouse is shaking. That's not the kind of tool you want. So you need a very good gadget to do this. So when it comes to tech, you need the right one. Two, technology also help you stay disciplined and avoid emotional mistakes. That's where indicator comes in now, or some of the AI indicators that I'm going to be introducing to you shortly. So some of these guides or some of these tools actually help me personally to make informed decisions as to what I want to do. So smart tools give you clearer entries, stronger confirmations, and of course, better risk management. Now, let's quickly go to goals. The goal is not to replace your skill though, but to enhance your performance and longevity in the market. So it doesn't stop you from, learning how to use candles and the rest of them, but also learning how to replace. It's not about to replace your skills, but also to actually help you sharpen your brain and move forward. Now, choosing the right tech, what are the things you need to do? How do you lay your hand on the right AI indicator? Okay, the answer is simple. Backtesting. I'm already laying it out for you. Because you might be asking me, how do I get the right tech? How do I get the right AI, artificial intelligence indicator? Backtesting. So if you download any indicator online or somebody give an indicator to you, you need to backtest it. All right. Backtesting is checking through history. If I've been using this indicator for the past 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, would I have made money? So you can scroll back through the chart in history. Of course, you can just how to backtest, just scroll back like 12 months and begin to move forward one by one, candle by candle, day by day. You'll be able to see because the indicator should be able to be giving signal as to all those places. So you now begin to check. Oh, so this signal it gives me here, if I place it buy, I would have made money. Oh, wow. This signal it gave me here, if I place it, I would have made money. But if it is a repeat indicator, then definitely you will not go far. So backtesting can actually help you do that. So backtesting gives you an overview of potential of any indicator you want to use in life. Now, I'm going to share some of the same tools I personally use, which is the indicator I use, and of course, that I also recommend to my mentees, including the one in Canada that you saw the testimony with, and of course, including the other guy that said his take profit has been hit. So I'm going to be, sharing some of those things to you. So these tools that have make trading more structure for me, make me consistent trader, and of course, less stressful, less stress really. So introducing the TMT Millionaire Strategy Pack. Now you can see this indicator live on your screen. It works only on laptop for now. It doesn't work on phone. Now, one beautiful thing with this indicator is that at a glance, even if you are on 30 minutes or 1 hour or 4 hours, or at least as long as the time frame is less than daily chart, you'll be able to see your daily candle, which is a determinant. Okay, most often than not, daily candle range tells you whether the price is going to be going up or down. So a lot of people trade range in the market. So a daily candle is the one you are seeing on the green on the right side of it. And of course, this particular daily candle tells me at a glance that the current price for today is currently bullish. Okay, so with this, I should be able to have an informed decision as to what I want to do. So, for example, now I'm showing you the 7th of November strategy, 7th of November chart. So this tells me that on the 7th of November, the price of GBP New Zealand had been bullish. So if I've started in the morning, say around 12 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock midnight, I would have made a lot of money on this particular chart you see. And of course, how do I do that? There is a way I used to see or I know on this particular strategy that tells me at a glance where to buy and of course where to sell. So this strategy, what does it do? It's a complete trading framework combining multiple proven indicators. For example, the TMT daily candle, and of course, for example, the RSI, and of course, the MFI. Now, MFI is actually money flow index. So these three guys combined with a proven, indicator, the one we call moving average. I'm not going to give you the number because if I give you the number, it's already defeated. The numbers you are seeing on the screen. Let me quickly go back to this part so that I can see it. Now, the aqua or the blue line you see on the screen is an indicator, moving average. Also, the yellow one is also an indicator, also a moving average. But like I said, because I'm not yet unveiling it, so I cannot give you the exact number of that particular indicator. But this works like magic for me, right? I wish I could just go back to my MT4 time frame now, begin to show you testimony, all right, upon testimonies as to the trade and how I use it. But let's go back to this part. So it is designed to actually help me, not just you now, help me spot trend straight. So if especially the daily candle, if the daily candle is green, I know that I'm supposed to be buying based on other parameters, right? Of course, if it is red, I know that I'm supposed to be selling. So it gives me the entry zone and of course the exit zone also. So I'm going to be teaching you that when we get back to class 101. So it helps me also build discipline. I know when to enter and I know when not to enter. For example, in a whole day, I may not trade. All right? Doesn't surprise you because you see, waiting is also part of trading. A lot of people don't know that waiting, not placing a trade, is also trading. It surprises you. I mean, maybe you're hearing that for the first time. Not placing a trade in a day is also trading for me. It means I'm also trading because I'm exercising my kind of like emotion to guide me as to there's no strategy, there's no signal. Why place the trade? All right, so it gives me, that's part of the thing that give me an edge. Now, used by Rally Academy students to analyze and trade like professionals. So this is what we do, of course, in the academy. Now, I'm also going to be sharing this one, the signal arrow. Now, you can already see, from what you can see on the screen, if you look at that green line that you see on the screen, you can see that at a glance, at a point in time, there are some times that the green arrow is on or above the green line. Anytime the green arrow is above the green line, it's a signal that I can place that trade. And you can see that this can deliver more than 100, 200 pips for you per day. Imagine that you are trading a standard volume on this AED-CHF, and you see the green arrow on the left, the first green arrow you are seeing on the left, and you place a standard volume. Before you know it, that same 28th of October to 29th of October, you would have made like $2,000, $3,000. And nobody will ever know. One thing I love about trading is that when you're making money, nobody will ever know you're making money, except you want to begin to broadcast yourself anyway. Nobody will ever know that you're making money. So, for example, in the red arrow you see, which is, I don't know if I can use my mouse. In this red arrow you see, I hope my mouse is showing. It means that you cannot place that sell. Why? Because it is against the trend. The trend is measured by that green line. Like I said, I'm not going to give you the number of that green line because those are secrets that I'm, about to reveal when you now become part of my business, right? So this gives me a guide as to when am I supposed to buy, when am I supposed not to buy. So on this particular screen that we are seeing now, there were only two signals that are valid. The first one is the green on the left, and the second one is the green in the middle. So the green on the far right now is not a valid signal because the green is showing below the green moving average line, which is not correct. So I'm not going to take that kind of trade. So this signal arrow indicator is what you want to lay your hand off. I'm telling you. Of course, also use a laptop. It doesn't work on phone. Now, I encourage every trader, I always say that, I encourage every trader, strive and as much as possible, get a laptop because that's what you need to actually, move forward in this market now. This scenario give me instant buy and sell signals using smart market analysis, help traders avoid emotional decision. Can you see now? Emotional decision. Now, for example, on this pattern, you can see the green one you are seeing on this far right here. That's the one I can use to place a trade. The red one I cannot use to place a trade because it's just emotion. Now, even if the red arrow shows, as long as it shows above the green moving average, I'm not going to place that trade because it's against the trend. So emotion is already removed. All right. By showing clear market direction that I'm supposed to follow. Now, ideal for new and experienced traders who want visual clarity. So, if you are looking for that can give you clarity in this market, this indicator you should go. And I'm asking you right now that you know what to do. Anyway, you already registered. So it's almost yours, all right? It's almost yours. Just claim it already. Now, it also enhanced consistency by aligning trades with real-time momentum. Now, this is another indicator I'm going to be giving you, free risk management tool. It's also most likely going to be free for today. Now, this will help you to actually balance your account. How much do you want to risk? Is it $100? Is it $50? Is it $30? Is it $20? This particular indicator gives you that particular edge, okay, to be able to measure your risk even before you place the trade. So you already know that, see, I've placed this trade based on this indicator, and of course, I'm raising only $50, $100. Of course, I'm good to go. So out of your $1,000, the worst that can happen is that $100. And of course, if you have a strategy that gives you 80% win rate, what then are you now afraid of? You know that the worst that can happen is that even if it's your first trade that hits stop loss, you are still going to enter again because you don't have a choice now. You already know that the strategy gave you 80% win rate. So if you take 10 trades and you lose 2, what's there? You are still winning. You are still a winner. You are still a trader that is profitable in this market. Now, free risk management tool is going to be available for you at the end of this conversation. All right. So automatically calculate the perfect lot size for you so that you know based on your account, you know the lot size you are using, prevent overexposure and emotional trading mistake, and of course, help traders stay consistent and protect their account capital long term, right? And of course, it's a must have professional level risk control in every trade. Now, these systems are powerful. Let's see it for yourself. So I don't know if I can just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to skip this now and play a video for you, all right? Permit me to just skip a little bit. I can see you are still seeing my screen. So let me go to this part. I hope I can share it. And of course, play a video for you very fast, all right? Now, this video I want to play for you now is actually a video of that video you're looking at on that particular one. So let me see if I can just play the video very fast. Permit me. Just scroll down and look for the video. Give me a second. Okay, so if I play this now, will I be able to share the screen also? Let me see if I can share the screen very fast. I think this should do. Can you see the screen now, everybody? Hope you can see my screen though. Can you see passionate traders? These are passionate traders. In fact, they almost eat me up in that class. They were almost entering my chat. Like, oh, I want to see this. Everybody stood up and was capturing the class. All right. I hope it's playing. I hope you can hear it. Please, if you can hear this video, if you can hear the conversation, just say, excuse me, just say yes if you can hear the conversation or that video. Excuse me. Okay, so I hope you can hear that. Sorry, permit me. So I actually played that video to show you that I don't just talk, I do, right? I do. So what you want to do is to ensure that you get the signal arrow, very important, okay? If it's only when the signal is correct, you take the trade. If it is not correct, you don't take the trade. For example, on this screen I'm showing you now, you can see that on the left side, there is only one signal, the green one. The red ones are invalid. And of course, on the right side, this green one is not valid. This red one is not valid. Only this red one here is valid. So in this screen now that we are sharing, only 2 signal is valid. Now, I'm going to be teaching you how to identify. I already taught you how to do this. You only need to lay your hand on the indicator. So that's what you're looking for, everybody. That's what you're looking for. Of course, finally, 6 trade winning streak is no joke, right? So you can see that you would have at least taken this trade, of course, would have been a winner for you. So there's no way you will see some of these things that you will not make money with it, all right? So it's actually what you want to get, all right? So now you know the 5 GMSMT pillars: goals, mindset, strategy, mentorship, and what? Technology. Very, very important technology. So you need the right mindset, you need the right goal, you need the right strategy, you need mentorship, of course, you need technology. Your laptop must be sound, your phone must be good, and your indicator must be top-notch, right? So you can now go and try it alone. Okay, so if I give you the indicator, you can go and do and try it again. Or you let Rally Academy fast track your results. That's what I would advise. Because if I tell you to go now, go and lay your hand on any indicator out there and begin to, based on what I've just taught you now, go and begin to make money. You definitely still come back for me to me and say, oh, I think I need that. So I want you to choose this option. let Rally Academy fast track your results. Now, I have a special offer for you. That's those who want to learn the smart structure way. I'm going to give you free access to all my tech stack indicators that I share this strategy, and even more. If you want more, I can tell you, enter my vault and grab more for you. So with my tool, you can actually start trading like a pro, even today. Because if I share the strategy with you today, I already shared the strategy, but if I share the indicator with you today, and of course I give you a video, even if you're not with me one-on-one, if I send you a video on how to use it, or even give you a call on how to use it and set up your account on your laptop, you're going to be surprised at what you're going to be making between now and the end of this November. This year now, this December, you can still do what you want to do. You can still achieve what you want to achieve with my tools, right? So what I want to give you now is the opportunity to join the Rally Academy VIP community. Now, what you get as a Rally Academy VIP community member is as follows. First, you have access to recorded classes, very important. And of course, you have access to PDF ebooks, very important. So because without study, you go nowhere. And of course, VIP Telegram community is also there. Daily trade ideas and Signal is also there. Those are the things you're going to be getting in the VIP community. And of course, physical trading classes in any of our branches. And of course, we also go to live locations. So if you are around the locations we go to, you can be part of us. But of course, those office locations are actually there. So in Lagos, we have the Rally Academy in Lagos, we have it in Ibadan, we have it in Port Harcourt, and don't forget we also have it in Abuja. Now, virtual trade calls live. Okay, so every Monday, every Tuesday we do virtual, live trading class. Okay, so you can join us in the morning or in the evening, even on Wednesday and Thursday. All right, Tuesday, Wednesday, and of course Thursday. So social trading, and of course community trading app. So when you come in, you can also come in as a provider. Now, when you have some of these tools, you become a force to be reckoned with in this market. You can come in as a provider and also provide these same services to people. Let people copy your trade. Or if you don't know how to trade yet, maybe you don't have the time, you can just copy somebody, copy a professional that trading, social platform. And of course, indicators are so available for you. I've already shared some of those things with you. The risk management script, the trade signal arrow, and of course the TMT millionaire strategy indicator, and template pack, and more. So you can get some of these things or all of these things as a VIP member. Now, you also have access to join as a mentor, because I have a trading group that is personal to me. I'm going to be giving you guys access to join it live and direct. Now, total value of this is going to be $10,000. $10,099, almost $11,000. So if you have $10,000 tonight, you can actually join this. But what I'm going to do for you is this. For today, I'm going to offer you something special. This is what it actually costs, $10,000 to join. Some of the guys that I have, like the guy in Canada, has more than $10,000 account portfolio that is trading with me as a mentee. All right. So, but for today, I'm going to be doing something special for all of us on this call. I'm going to offer the first category, which is the VIP ones category, $5,000. And of course, you have access to everything for $5,000. Instead of $10,999, I'm giving you opportunity to do it for $5K. All right. For offer 2, you're going to be getting almost everything except that I'm not going to put you on that Signal trading group. All right. That's the last one there. Trading group with me. That means you may not be a mentee. So if you do this for $2,000, I'm going to give you that. You get the TMT signal arrow, you get everything, but you are not going to be in my group. $2,000. Or the third option, that means you will not get the TMT and the signal arrow, right? You will not get those two, but you have risk management script that you can get. That risk management indicator, you still get it. You get access to our recorded class, you get access to our classes, you get almost everything except the signal arrow and the TMT strategy. But $200 for this one. So I think this is a very fair deal, right? It's actually a fair deal. So if you're interested, you can just, I'm going to be showing you what to do. You register to become a trader, and of course, you fund the account, and of course, you get this. So if you can get to fund the account with $200 or $1,000 or $5,000 or even $2,500, you can get some of these things. Now, I'm going to be crashing something today. Summary: VIP $5,000, VIP 2 $2,000, VIP 3 $200. But wait, okay, wait. What you need to do is to join rally.academy/VIP, or you call this number. So Take this number on the screen today. If you have a minimum of $200, take this number down, 091 6466 0000. 091 6466 0000. Just send us a WhatsApp message now. Somebody will respond immediately, and of course, we'll take you in, we'll bring you in with minimum of $200. Of course, see you inside, and of course, take your trading to the next level. But wait, before you do it, this are an account number you can send your money to. Naira account on top, dollar account below. And of course, wait. I'm saying wait because before you jump into that, let me give you something different, okay? For those of us that are on this call today, I have something good for you, a kind of like a gift, a special gift. Now, that's what it would cost normally, but let me show you what I'm having for you, specially for today, all right? Somebody's going to be responding. If you have a question, drop it. Somebody is looking through your questions and is going to be responding. Some of my panelists will be responding to your chat, all right? But I want to give you something special. I want to give you all 50% off within the next 48 hours. So between now and Friday, today is Wednesday. Sorry, today is Tuesday. Yeah, today is Tuesday. So between now and Thursday, all right? I'm going to be giving this because if I say tomorrow, 24 hours is tomorrow evening. So 48 hours is Thursday evening. Okay, latest Thursday evening. If you can do 50% of this, all right, then you get access to everything. So the first offer is 50% off instead of $5,000. If you have $2,500 in your account or Naira equivalent, you get access to everything. So instead of doing $5,000 in your account, right? Remember, the money is your money. You want to be trading with the money, $5,000. But I'm saying instead of you depositing $5,000 in your trading account and getting access to everything, if you can do $2,500 between now and Thursday evening, then you have access to everything, including a trading group with me. All right. So, and of course, if you have the next one is going to be the second one. If you have $1,000 that you can deposit into your account, you get all these indicators, you get the TMT strategy, $1,000. And of course, the third one is still VIP. Of course, I say it's number 3. If you have $100 minimum in your account, you still have the risk management strategy and of course access to all our classes. Now, to do the deposit, this is a summary of it, but to do the deposit, first of all, join rally.academy. So just visit this link, join.rally.academy, and of course, or you can send a message to this WhatsApp right now. And of course, I'm going to see you inside now. The account number you can deposit to, let me post it here now so they can take a picture of this screen. Okay, you want to fund your account. If you can even send your money now, and of course, once you have opened your account, but ensure that you are sending the money from your own account. Okay, don't tell your wife, my wife help me to send the money, or my brother help me to send the money. No, don't do that. Send it from your own account. And of course, once you open account or we open account for you, we're going to be crediting that money into your account. And of course, I'm going to be giving you once, because you are getting with that link, we know it, we track it, and you have access to everything that I just discussed now, starting from the risk management tool to the signal arrow, and of course to the TMT millionaire strategy. So $1,000, $2,000, $2,500, you have access to everything, right? So let's really go to something that is also wonderful today, because today is a good day, right? We have taken our time, and of course, I'm going to be doing 100% bonus to all of you, up to $2,000, right? So, for example, somebody deposit $1,000, so I give you 100% bonus. Okay, so it means that you don't have $2,000 instead of you trading with $1,000. You don't have $2,000 you can trade with. You can take bigger lots in the market. That's the meaning of that bonus. For example, somebody deposit $2,000 or $2,500. I also give you a bonus of $2,000. That's a wonderful one, which means your account is almost $5,000 or $4,000 plus. That means you can do more, right? That's what it means. So the meaning of 100% bonus is, but this offer is also within that 48 hours, all right? Okay. Sorry, this offer is actually between now and this midnight. This particular offer is between now and 12 midnight. So you get this 100% bonus. Any of you here on this call today that can do this deposit between now, I think it's about 8:24 p.m. and 12 midnight this night. If you can do deposits on any of the categories, whether it is the minimum, which is $100, or the maximum, which is $10,000, any deposit you make, you are going to be getting a bonus of $2,000 on top of it, or Naira equivalent, right? So to get started again, just quickly join .rally.academy/VIP. That's how to join. And of course, the phone number, at least you can see it on the screen. Now, again, the account number is as displayed Of course, I know you have taken it already. So let's quickly, before you close, let's look at the Q&A. That's the question and answer part. So because of time, I'm still going to enable the channel so you can talk to me. But because of time, let me quickly give you some Q&A straight away. So do I need a lot of money to start? The answer is no. You already see that you don't need all the money in the world to start. The little you have is good enough, $100, and of course you can start trading, right? Now, what are the deposit currency options for rally trade? Now we have two. I would operate both USD and NGN accounts, so you can choose anyone. You can deposit in Naira and trade in Naira and withdraw in Naira, or you deposit in dollar, trade in dollars, and withdraw in dollars. Any of them you choose, it's also good. So what if I'm new or not confident yet? That's not a problem. That's why we have this program. Of course, that's why Rally Academy includes training, live session, and of course, mentorship in our curriculum. Now, pause. Let me quickly remind you that you can join any of these particular categories. $2,500 for today, and of course, $1,000 for this particular offer, which is the one that has all the indicators, but you will not have access to my mentorship. The one that I will encourage all of you to do is the one that have access to my mentorship, which is also good, right? That's the $2,000, $2,500 option. And if you do deposit today, you have 100% deposit bonus tonight before 12 midnight. Of course, you can be part of this, all right? Of course, finally, the $100 offer is also there. So this is just to remind you. Now, also, what if I want in-person training instead of just online? 100% you can join. Like I said already, you can join any of our classes in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Port Harcourt, and of course in Abuja. Don't forget, we have all these 4 physical locations. Now, before we close, this is a final reminder that you can be part of this tonight, of course, or between now and Thursday evening. So if you do it between now and Thursday evening, you have access to my mentorship, you have access to my TMT Millionaire strategy, you have access to my signal arrow indicator. Now, if you want 100% bonus on this same deposit, and you do it tonight before 12 midnight, 100%. You have 100% bonus on that deposit. That's for the bonus. All right. So, thank you very much, everybody. Now, I'm going to be opening the question and answer session again, so that at least maybe 1 or 2 people can talk to me. Okay. That's under the Q&A also. So let me enable the channel. If you want to talk to me or you want to ask a question, you can just, apart from the fact that you can drop it in the comment section, you can just raise your hand. Okay. Of course, you'll be part of it. So somebody is asking, what of an existing client? This offer is also open to you. You can just fund your account to any of those categories, and of course, you still get some of those things. Now, you want to talk to me? Just raise your hand, and of course, I will enable you to talk to me very fast. Who is going first? You want to talk to me, or you want to ask any questions? Just raise your hand, and of course, I can just bring you on to talk to me. One person is fine. Apart that, if you want to ask a question outside of those ones I label, all right, you can just raise your hand. Of course, we can be, out of here as quickly as we can, right? 1 minute, 2 minutes. Anybody that wants to, ask a question? Anyone? Okay. Anyone that wants to ask a question, you can take the link now, everybody. Just take that link, okay? Also take the phone number you can see on your screen. And of course, you can drop a WhatsApp message. And of course, we can be, out of here as quickly as we can, right? Drop a WhatsApp message, get to deposit between that after 12 midnight, you have 100% bonus. And of course, get to deposit between that Thursday, you have 50% off those packages, right? Any questions? Anybody? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, 100% bonus still available. This is the phone number you can use to make your deposit. Okay. Any questions? Questions? I'm waiting for questions from anybody. You can even drop a question in the comment section. Any question? Somebody is dropping a question. What of $500? What category will it be? It will still be, because it's above $100, I'm still going to be giving you access to that TMT Millionaire strategy. Okay? I'm still going to be giving you access. I'm going to be giving you access to the signal arrow. So we are still VIP. Even if it's $100, you deposit still VIP. So if you deposit $500 now, because you're going to be getting $500 bonus also. It pushes to $1,000. So yeah, I'm going to be giving you that TMT millionaire strategy. I promise you that. So Israel, yeah, go ahead and make your deposit. Whether it is naira or dollar, it doesn't matter. So if you deposit $500 equivalent in naira, you also get it. All right. Okay. Any other questions? 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 Okay. So if you have more questions, you can throw it in. Any other questions? Okay, so I should go over the option again. That's the last question, or that's another question. So the options are simple. Let me show you very fast. Let me show you the options again. These are the options. So the first one is the VIP one. Of course, 50% off. So instead of you to pay $5,000 to have access to my trading group, okay, that means you want to become a mentee. If you do $2,500 between now and Thursday, you have access to that group. Now, if you now do the $2,500 tonight, you have 100% bonus on that $2,500 up to $2,000. So we're not going to give you $2,500, but we'll give you $2,000 on top of $2,500. Of course, that means you now have $4,500 in your trading account, and you still have access to everything. Now, the next one that I mentioned was this one, which is the VIP number 2. So this one have access to the Signal Arrow and the TMT Millionaire, but we don't have access to join my mentee in my inner circle group. But it's supposed to be $2,000, but we're giving 50% off between now and Thursday evening. Now, if you do this, if you do this between now and Thursday evening, you can do $1,000. You have access to everything, all right? But if you now do it between now and 12 midnight this night, you have 100% bonus on this $1,000, which means your account will now be swelling with approximately $2,000 equivalent, which means you can trade bigger, and of course, you still have access to my Signal Arrow, you still have access to my TNT Millionaire strategy. But of course, don't forget that you don't have access to my inner circle. That means you'll not be a mentee. Now, the third option, which is also very interesting, is this one, which is supposed to be $200, originally, but I'm giving it out for $100. That's a mini pack. Now you have access to my risk management scripts. Of course, you have access to choose to do copy trade. You have access to our visual classes and the rest of them. Now, if you do this $100 tonight, you get 100% bonus on $100. But if you do it between now and Thursday, that means it's still clear because it's still 50% off. Now let me see if anybody person asks another question that is interesting that can go into how do you determine the exchange rate for naira deposit. That's very simple. Let's just use 1,500, right? Even though it's between 1,004 and 1,005 now, but let's say 1,005. So if you do like $500, we can say it's like maybe let's say you do 1,000, that's like 1.5 million. So $500 will be like 750, 800,000. So let's say you do 750K naira, that's about 800, $500. And of course, if you do $100, that will be like 150,000. So as simple as that. So if you want to do naira deposit, 150K will qualify you to get access to this one. If you are doing the next pack, which is the $1,000 option, 1.5 million, you have access to this template pack. And of course, the third one, which is the $2,500 option, let's say you do like 4 million, right? So if you do 4 million, yeah, you can have access to become a mentee with me, right? So those are the exchange rates I can think of right now that is close to what we have. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. If there's no other questions, we'll just round it up. So if you have currently have funds in your account and you top it up to the VIP level, you want, is that acceptable? Of course, yes. Right. So Obianuju Okusogu, right? I think that's a very interesting question. You currently have funds in your account and you want to top it up to the VIP level, 100% is acceptable. So you can go ahead and do that. Just meet your account manager or talk to them, and of course, you become part of this. So I want to appreciate everybody that has been on this call today. It's been a wonderful moment. Of course, I'm going to see you on the inside. That's what I will see. I'm going to see you all on the inside. So let me go to that piece here. So I'm going to see you all where? on the inside. So thank you very much, everybody. And of course, this is wishing you all green pips always. Bye bye.